What's up? So today is a little different. It is a beautiful day. I've got this brand new ND filter on here, so hopefully this footage looks pretty good. Shout out my cousin Zach. Let me show you what I got. So I've got paint stripper and a spray bottle. Then I've got black paint and primer, and this is to use as a base coat so that I could use this color shift paint. It's kind of hard to see. Let me take this out in the sun. And then we've got our 1K clear. The frame that I'm doing is my DK phase frame, and I'm really sad to do it because I absolutely love the color of it, but I think it was time for a little bit of a change. Want something a little more unique. Car's locked. Look at the beauty. It's just such a nice color, and I'm so sad to like get rid of it, but here's what happened. If you're unaware, I'm riding the black 20.8 right now, and I really want to go back to the 20.6. I dented this top tube here. I was doing a flip and then looped out and threw it into a ramp. So yeah, dented it. I don't think it'll look as bad once it's painted. I think the paint chips on it make it look worse than it is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna peel the decals off right now and then fill up this spray bottle with paint stripper and spray this, and hopefully that this nice paint comes off very easily. Yeah, I'm gonna miss this color. This is such a cool color. Let me bring it out in the sun one more time so you can see, and then we can mix it together. It's just such a cool color. But I do want to put DK back on it because obviously that's what it is and that's why I'm on it. And I want people to know that I'm on a DK because I love the frame, support the company. And yeah, let's just get right to wiping this thing down and stripping it. All right, so stickers are off. It does in fact spray. That's all we need. So I'm gonna go find this hook that we always put this on, put some gloves on, and then start spraying away. So have not yet decided if I want to do just the frame or if I want to do the frame, fork, and bar. So vote in the comments if you think it'll look better with just the frame this color or if it would look better with the frame, fork, and bar. I use this thing. This is basically to hold like flowers up, like, you know, flower pots. Yeah, these are designed to hold flowers, but they hold frames really well too. I either hook it to the head tube like that or in the bottom bracket. When I paint it, I change it up a little bit usually, but usually I'll keep it in the head tube like that. So I like to start with spraying like these inner parts of the frame. All these parts are like the hardest to get the paint out of. So all those small parts, all the creases and all the tight spots, that's what I like to spray first, just to get those out of the way. Put my gloves on. This doesn't come out as like misty as I would like it, but if you hit this on the right angle, it does spread out pretty well. It's been about 15-20 minutes. We'll just see if this stuff worked at all. So you can already see, oh, also put some of the orange stuff on as a joke. This stuff is like that citrus stuff. I just wanted to see if that made a difference, but it is peeling away right here at the bottom. Looks like we're probably gonna need another coat. But yeah, you can already see this part right here starting to peel the paint away. So it looks like there's a couple layers. You can kind of see right here, the real metal, and then it looks like the primer. Get the aerosol can version of this because it just works so much faster. Like, I'm sure this stuff works great if you do multiple coats, but the aerosol stuff for some reason just works so much better. All right, so it looks like this next coat did a little better job. So I've got this. I didn't find a brush, but I found this. I don't have a drill right now. Scrape away as much as I can. All right, this next one, I'm gonna add a really thick coat to it. and hope that it takes off the rest. So I'm not gonna film it. You've seen enough of me spraying this stuff. So we'll get back to you when the frame's like good for the most part. All right, so I think the frame is to the point where like there's no, I don't know, there's no like cured paint on the frame. There's no difficult spots. It's all kind of lifted up. I got my drill. Just gonna go to town on this thing. Looks like most of the primers slipped it off. All right, so I've done one final coat after hitting it with the, oh geez. Sorry, I got a tripod on here. Had one final coat of that stuff, so hopefully that takes off the rest of it. As you can see, all this down here is kind of flaky. So that stuff was still on there pretty good. I couldn't just knock it off with the wire brush. Waited probably 30 minutes now. So I'm gonna put it back on the cement and try to get as much of that off with the wire brush. All right, next day, rained yesterday, so I didn't get to paint it yesterday. I also thought it was gonna rain today, but as you can see, there is somewhat clear sky, some clouds over here. They're kind of coming towards us, but I'm hoping that those don't have water and we can still paint this thing today. I'll show you this little setup I got. So I've got some string that holds a little screw right there, that way. So it can spin, but it's got enough tension here to where it won't spin and smack this. So also I did this, that way I could take this string off and take it somewhere if it starts to rain. I can find a spot for it in the garage or in the shed. Wind has died down a little bit. I'm gonna start with the black base coat. Everything is good for the most part. I just wiped it down just to make sure there's no particles on it. Yeah, we're just gonna go and hit this with a couple light coats of the black. I put the first coat on, but the camera wasn't recording, so you didn't see the first coat, but it is obviously black now. There are some spots that aren't as dark or aren't hit as much, but I like to do real light coats, that way I can keep it consistent. Once you start putting really heavy coats on, you run into the risk of it running or like some thicker spots, and I don't want any drips. I want it to look perfect, so I just do really light coats. Like the first coat, I can see a bunch of the metal underneath, and that's no big deal, because the more, I would rather do more light coats than less heavy coats. I think one more coat and it'll be ready to get that other color. All right, now we're gonna spray the color shifting color in like really light coats and then just like do as many coats as possible. It says the more coats, the more dramatic the effect. So we'll see how true that is. It also says to spray from like really far away. Also, it's definitely getting on my camera, so let's move the camera. Dude. It's just gonna follow the camera. It's like attracted to the camera. First coat looks good. You can already start to see it. I'm just gonna keep putting a bunch of coats because the more coats, the more dramatic the effect. So I'm gonna switch my lens so that it doesn't keep getting on the camera.
That's so weird.
All right, I guess I'll just spray this way.
Like how? Like bucket for next one. This is the. It drops thousands and thousands of acorns.
No.
How bad it was.
All right, it's a little too dark now. Just put the last coat of the color shift spray on and I ran out. So I ran out of that color shift stuff. So I have to get more of that if I decide to do the fork and bar. But again, once we put this together, you guys let me know if I should do the fork and bar as well. Now all that's left is this 1K clear, and I'm just gonna do a handful of coats of this stuff and then bring the bike in here and hang it up, that way no dust or debris gets on it from outside or in case it rains. And so once I put this on, once I bring it in here, I will reveal the color of it because it's too dark out there. All right, so frame is done. It's inside here, it's hanging, and I think it looks pretty sweet. Could have gone a little bit harder on the clear coat, but I can always do that another day. So let me wipe this little thing off the lens and show you what it looks like. So that is the frame. Like I said, I might throw another coat of clear on it. Gonna let it fully cure, fully dry, so it'll be here for a day before I do anything else. But it's not gonna look any different on camera. So that is the frame. That's all you're gonna see of that. Let me know what color decals I should put on it, because I'm gonna put some DK emblems on it. Probably some Hager stickers on it as well. So let me know what color you think would look best. If it's like silver, black, white. So I'm gonna build this up this week, so you'll see that video shortly, so don't miss that. Yeah, so hopefully you like this color. Give it a thumbs up if you do, if you think it's sweet. Also vote in the comments if I should do the fork and bar as well. Right now I've just done the frame, so let me know if I should do the fork and the bar as well. Again, this is the DK phase frame in 20.6. Got the big dent there that shines real nicely in this paint. I've only rode this frame like a couple times, so sick. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for the support. And if you want to see more bicycle content, BMX, motorcycle, dirt bike, a little bit of everything, click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.